also got some triggers, including some Disney tarot cards. If anyone fancies having a look through them, then stay awake, I guess, for this video. I had to lower the sensitivity of the mic a little because there are some works happening outside, which hopefully no one can hear. I thought that maybe we can start with some relaxing mouth sounds. Those are usually quite relaxing for me if they're dry, if you know what I mean. I don't really like wet mouth sounds. So yeah, let's start with some of those. Let's breathe through it together as well, so I don't pass out. And breathe out. I find that I often forget to breathe properly during the day, which is not very good. And my therapist often reminds me that breathing is just so important, especially if you struggle with anxiety or have any sort of stresses in life. Stressors. Try saying that quickly. So let's breathe while we do the mouth sounds, shall we? And out. Let's hydrate as well. If you haven't hydrated, then this is a good reminder for everyone to hydrate. And breathe. Sorry, that was a little frog in my throat. I don't know how you guys like to breathe, but I think people usually sort of say that you should do 4 in, then hold for 4, then 4 out. But I find that that's really long and I can't actually hold my breath for that long, and it can really stress me out. So that sort of defeats the purpose of everything. So I just sort of breathe in, and then when I feel like I can't hold it anymore, I just breathe out, or I just notice my breath instead of counting, and that can also calm me down a bit. So maybe let's do that together. times whereby anxiety and stress can really affect you. I think some people might feel it in their joints or like bones, just general aches. Some people might feel it in their throat or have like coldish symptoms or flu-ish symptoms. Some people might find that they get headaches very easily or migraines when they're stressed, which is quite common. I think I used to be a lot more headache based, but now I find that stomach aches or sort of stomach discomfort or knots are where it's at for me. So a lot of the times if I'm anxious, I'll feel the cramps come on quite soon after. Now, as I was saying that, I found that there might be some tingly words in there. So let's repeat some tingly words together. Stomach, stomach, cramps, stomach, cramps, stomachache, stomachache, stomach cake. That sounds like a stomach cake, which sounds really tasty. Not. I also find that I've got this really soft fabric on me and my trousers as well, and that can really help calm stuff down if I'm feeling really anxious or if I'm feeling like I need some grounding techniques. So if you are wearing something that's quite cozy, I hope you can use some grounding techniques like that. If not, maybe you're at work or wearing jeans or something a bit less comfortable, then enjoy some noise. Now, I don't know what's been getting you down or making you feeling anxious, but maybe it's stuff like school or work. I find that those are common stresses. Or maybe there are some health concerns you may have. Now, I thought that maybe it would be a good idea to get into some affirmations, some positive affirmations as a way to calm us all down. And we'll also breathe through them. So, whatever is going on in your life, just know that it will end. Not your life. Well, at one point it will, but just remember that everything comes to an end in one way or the other. And if it's not coming to an end, many times in my life where I found that something new came along, or usually it was the case that something was ending, and it was extremely painful because I am a massive creature of habit. So seeing things end for me and knowing that I would have to move on, or things might no longer be available to me in a way that I've grown accustomed to, was very painful. Think stuff like ending school, for example. If some of you are still in school, that might be very stressful and painful. Or sometimes an end of a year can bring a lot of anxiety to people as well, because they're worried about what the new year might bring. I think there's so much pressure to reinvent yourself, or have New Year's resolutions, or something similar, or do something completely different, or maybe a lot of people reflect on their lives at this time of the year feeling unfulfilled, or feeling like they haven't achieved enough. Just know that you have done enough. Whatever you've done, whatever you're doing, that is enough in this moment. And you can come back to this affirmation anytime, just to remind yourself that it is enough. Whatever you're doing, whatever you've done, it's enough. It's enough to have gotten you to this place, which means that it's enough for now. It's really hard in this day and age to do more, because there's this culture of grinding and pushing yourself, while at the same time the opportunity might not arise, or there are less and less opportunities for things, and it's harder to get into things. And especially with so many different avenues and pushbacks that people might get, it is really hard to feel motivated or feel like we are able to achieve something. So sometimes I find myself that it's easier to doom scroll. Don't forget to breathe. So I find myself doom scrolling for quite a bit, and I say that I love content, and I do, but oftentimes it's a way of escape, and it's a way of not having to put myself out there. I don't know if anyone else has ever experienced this, but that is one way that I cope with things, doom scrolling, which isn't always great. And it can lead to a lot of comparisons. That's how you see a lot of people making different choices to you, or being further ahead in their careers because they're posting about it, or doing the thing that you want to do and they're posting about it, or maybe they're further ahead in their relationships and they're posting about it. But basically, remember that people who are posting things online, they most likely create content for a very specific reason, to push through the algorithm and to be on your page basically and stay relevant. It doesn't reflect reality, but it's a small snippet of whatever their lives are. So it's really important that you remind yourself of that if you're ever like me and you compare yourself to people on the internet. It is a highlight reel of their lives. They're not going to post the things that may have failed them, the things that didn't work see those things. You might only see one post from them ever, because that's what the algorithm is pushing at the moment. And that one post is what's currently maybe trending, and that's why you're seeing it. It doesn't mean that their life is like that all the time. When I find myself rambling on like that, it really puts things into perspective for me. Perspective, 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 perspective. And it can really help calm the mind a bit when I think about these things. I do love a good ramble, and I love getting a little bit philosophical about things, and I like that things can lead from one to the other in an endless stream of things, which actually takes us back to where we started with this ramble. Things are an endless stream of energy. If you think about it like a river, there is always an abundance of water and movement, and there's no really an end to a river. It just keeps going, it reshapes, it shapes new things, and then even if there is a pause or a stop to the river, it usually meets a bigger body of water, like a sea. That doesn't mean the river ended, it just means that things have taken a brand new shape. It doesn't mean that the water had stopped running, or it doesn't exist anymore. It has taken a new shape, and one thing has led to another. I don't know if that metaphor makes sense, but in my head it did when I rambled on about it. So I hope it helps you in whatever capacity it can. Let's do some more mouth sounds to conclude this video. Okay guys, this will conclude this video, and what I'm about to do is quite exciting, is try some snacks and sweets and do it on camera. So if you enjoyed the mouth sounds in this video, then look out for my next one, and hopefully you'll have more of those. If you don't like mouth sounds or don't like eating sounds, then that next video might not be for yourself. But I hope that this little rumble and a bit of positive affirmation and breathing exercises and mouth sounds mix together stuff has helped